things like that. So I'm lifting whole groups of threads, right? Here I can control every thread individually. So you can do anything. You can do pictures. You could do words. That's backwards, but you get the idea, right? And they would even do portraits of people on looms like this. But to do it in the 1700s, there would be a young boy at the top. All these white cords would have numbers, and the weaver would call up to the boy and tell him which threads needed to be lifted. So he would call up, hey, pull threads 1, 5, 15, 230, whatever. The boy would find those threads, lift them. Once he has them pulled up, it's going to open that space for the weaver to throw his thread through, okay? As you can imagine, that would take forever, right? And there was lots of opportunity for human error, whether the weaver reads the pattern wrong or the boy grabs the wrong cord. They couldn't accomplish very much very quickly. So in 1801, a man named Joseph Marie Jacquard came up with a way to make it more precise and faster. Okay, I have heard someone say with the drawboy they could do 1 to 2 inches in a working day of a fancy brocade fabric, right? But with this, we're back to about 12 inches an hour like I'm doing on the colonial loom. So he came up with this punch card system that's going to take the place of the drawboy and make the job of the weaver easier. The weaver no longer has to be able to read a pattern because the pattern is all in the cards. So the way it works, the cards go up into the head where they're going to hit a set of pins. Each of those pins control a hook. Those hooks are what control these threads. So when the pins hit the card, if the pin finds a hole, the hook's going to be engaged to be lifted. If the pin hits a hard space on the card, it's going to push that hook back so it's not engaged and not lifted. So when the weaver pushes that single treadle there, it's going to lift a rack up there that has all the engaged hooks on it. When he releases the treadle, the next card in the sequence is going to hit those pins and tell the hooks what to do. Pretty amazing, huh? So that was in 1801. Now the coolest thing about it is what it leads to. This invention leads to the invention of something we all use every day. Does anybody have a guess? I'll give you a clue. Exactly, the computer. So this is the invention that leads directly to the punch card computer. IBM even credits Mr. Jacquard as inventing the first computer. He was